Now we will see how we can install the oven and microwave. So the first thing we do is take the cabinet, take measurements very carefully, and precisely in the middle, and make the size of the cabinet. So we will make the width 650 and the height 2500. We will make the depth scale. Okay. We got this kind of channel. We will very carefully place it on the plinth and ensure it is securely positioned. Like this, we will make a plinth on the left, a plinth on the right, so it looks good, and then we go into the divider and we will do it like this. We will divide the cabinet. Well, we will take it somewhere around 900, 800. This is really very here and in vain, 800. And then we go here again and do the whole sixth recipe. Here, to elaborate on the importance of the process and ensure every step is followed meticulously to achieve the desired outcome. The sixth recipe, and we go in here, and the green rack for the microwave, here. It stands, let it be 540. Well, this is, for example, an approximate size. Now it is bright, and here we have assigned this channel and the size we have here, width, height, depth. We close it like this, but what matters is that this is approximate. Of course, I don't know what sizes you will have later, but this is to demonstrate how we can arrange all of this. So we take that piece, the placer, and put it over there. See how it is. It will fit exactly here, this, and just so on. We simply click on the oven, and then a window appears, and here are the dimensions, and the dimensions are as follows. We click on the dimensions, and we also get a window like this. We have different sizes. We will, in particular, mainly use these dimensions. We take the oven documentation that we have and carefully check its facade width and height, thoroughly examining the dimensions. Well, let's say the facade width is, for example, 590. And you see, if we write 590 here, this size will also change 590. And you see, here is 560. And here, for example, we will write 585. And the size has changed here too. And what is this? These are the internal dimensions of the cabinet where the oven fits. And the mini cabinet should also be brought to these dimensions. So here we say, okay, and the oven has become exactly the size that we wrote down just as planned. Let's just open this window again. We have the same size. This is exactly the distance between the body and the top part of the facade. If we say that it is 80 cm for us, and here is 8 for ourselves. We will install it now too. See, it changed like this right away. Now let us move on to the next step, which involves setting the appropriate size for the cabinet. In order to organize the unit, this specific size is indicated by the oven. Positive signaling. We see that we have 560, width 560. We need to change the width of the unit. To change the width of the unit, we must take into account the thickness of the side panel. So we currently have a side panel thickness of 18 millimeters according to the project, but we need to add 36 millimeters, 18 plus 18. Well, let's do it this way, and we'll see what we get. So, we close this, click on the unit, And, well, basically, we have the oven width. Let's click on the oven again and see how much. 560. Basically, it's 560. We have this, and 560 means not the width. So 560 plus 18 gives us 7. And as you can clearly see, this is how we right away set the width of the unit instead of the dry one. So in this particular case, we have a very small gap left. Now, let's specifically set the size of the hanging cell. For example, we have 580, which is written as 580. So we click on the cabinet, go in, click on the divider, and see how much we have here. Basically, we will check again, and we have a size of 630. 630 is the height of the cell, right? But we need 580. Oh, what is this? 580. So, we go out and see what we have. Yes? Look, you can see what we have. Everything is great. Everything is good. Now we want to carefully and precisely install the microwave. We take this one again. Let's say the microwave. We take it, click on. Drying is an essential process. And what we have here is a height of 450 millimeters and a width of 590 millimeters, and you can clearly see it, has become like this due to the drying. Basically, you. No? When you decide to buy an oven and a microwave from the same brand, their width is both 1 meter, which ensures a consistent and uniform look in your kitchen. This uniformity is often preferred by many homeowners who value aesthetics and functionality. The only difference is in the hanging. Again, we go here. Again, for the oven. And this one might be, if we take the microwave, there might be. So again, we might want this, like that. So again, as you can clearly see, we wouldn't want to do it this way. But we see that our width is exactly 560, and it is truly precisely 560. We don't need to install it. And we have a height of 445. Here is 445. And we click on the divider and see how much we have. 550, 445, 445. Yes. And this is what we get. We find that if we place it, we don't need any additional measurements. We simply click on the arrow, click on Romanovka and this deserted ball on the report, and we are returning it right here. We are returning it back here. And what do we have now? You see, I think everything is okay. Everything is good. And there is such a gap because I think it is needed. Maybe it is not needed. If it is not needed, then you can, for example, like to fix it. But in principle, this gap is needed because when you open the door, it may then touch the oven. But if we want to read it, as I am looking for Mikhail, to change, to reduce the gap, then what should we do? We need to change this 580 immediately, as soon as possible, because it is crucial for our project timeline. Advance payment, the bill is 75, like this. And we remove it. You see, it's somehow like this. Well, in principle, I think everything is clear for you on how to do all this, and you can practice it. Next, what we do is I want to put a facade here. We will install the overlay facade here. Let's see how it fits. Then we will install the drawer. The drawer will be an overlay. We go into the drawer and here on the left, native, post, write also invoice for indentation, indentation from below, and indentation from above. From one will go. Let's see what happens. In principle, we can now do it like this. Click on the safe right here and change the width. Change the selection width to 24. We will write it and okay. In principle, it remains. Let's change it to, let's complicate it to they are definitely sitting next to each other. The facades are ridged. That's how it is. So, it is known that everything is good, everything is okay. We have both a diverse and extensive range of unique and innovative facades and basically, what can we do now at this point in time? Another thing to consider is we also place the back here. We place another back here as well. Yes. And we recess this back there by approximately 8 millimeters. And here as well. Now we click on the bathtub and go here to see what we have here. You see, we need to reduce this hour's penalty by 50 millimeters at the back. How do we do this? We go in here and we have a recess like this, a recess, and then it goes into such a window, and here we write minus 50. Then we just proceed in here and simply write minus 50 here as well. And let's see what we got. Here's what we got. You see, we have shifted everything. The diaphragm is 50 millimeters long, but we need to go back to this diaphragm. You see, when we click here, we get this window and we find the details and click on this one. Then we go here and we have the engine. Yes, the shift at the back means we will make it minus 50 and see what we get with this. It will return to its place. You see, we immediately exit this and everything is okay now. When we made the overall adjustment through the washing, we made a general order for the diaphragms to shift by 50, but we can also change the diaphragms individually with the measurement on the diaphragms. So everything is okay, but the backrest is positioned incorrectly. And what do? We have the position of the backrest. We have a position, meaning an individual position for the backrest. And what do? We write here that 50 plus 8. 8 is the initial size when you deepen the backrest, plus 50. And we write 58. Eldar. In general, 58. You see, there it is. Here, the backrest is also in its place. And we have this shaft, a tunnel like this. Why? So that warm air goes up and does not heat the oven or the new Nikola. The essence is for aeration, and now everything is correct. I showed you all, and I think it's clear, and you can freely and wonderfully explain everything together with the stoves and microwaves. I say goodbye to you.